that's all from the summary. Just some conclusions. There's additional information that I want to share. The Ukrainian forces launched this massive drone attack towards Crimea. Around, I think, more than 10 drones. Most of them has been taken down by electronic warfare, and then they got shot down as well. Did not really do much things. And the Ukrainians also declare a no-sail zone along this entire area here. So they have their own 9-dash line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I failed. I draw too many lines. But basically, they're saying that the Black Sea is now out of bound for Russian forces. But this out of boundness only start on the 24th or 28th of this month. So not yet. It looks like they are still preparing. And this is definitely going to cause a lot of concern on the Russian side. And put into question about the safety of the voyage in the Black Sea. And I wonder if this is going to have some negative impact on Turkey itself, because it's basically their region at the same time. And of course, Russian vessels can always go along Sochi and down into Turkish waters to travel through the Istanbul. And would the Ukrainians actually take them out in Turkish water? That I'm not too sure, but I think this is actually very interesting development. Otherwise, the Kupyansk front, the Russian offensive is still moving pretty decently well, and the Ukrainian lines continue to be under severe pressure, and it looks like it will break anytime. So that's one thing to note. And interesting is that the Russians continue their push in this direction, and this push is probably going for this crossing at Sinkove. So which is why this push is important on its own, whereas the push in the north, this actually is pinning. They pin the Ukrainians in this position, whereas this is actually the main push to cut off the roads and secure or encircle Kupyansk on the eastern part. And whether they will actually storm Kupyansk on its own, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's probably what the Russians is currently pushing in this area here. The Ukrainian Bakhmut offensive is becoming a Russian counteroffensive, with the Russian forces basically attacking in all areas here, with the Ukrainians mainly only fighting or pushing in a meaningful way in the northern part of Klishchiivka. So this is definitely a front to watch. Very interesting development over there. The rest of the front line is nothing much. The Voleda offensive by the Ukrainians towards Mikhailsk is looking like it's dead. And another part is the Velika Novosilka sector. The main thing is the Ukrainians are making better and better securing of this Staromayorsk region, it looks like to me, and they are definitely want to try to go to secure the buffer around Staromayorsk. This will definitely give the Ukrainian forces that is currently pushing Uruzhaine a lot of relief, because currently the Russians are actually able to attack into Staromayorsk from Uruzhaine direction if they choose to, and this is definitely going to make a lot of problems for the Ukrainian forces. And the Ukrainian forces basically having a foothold within the village is very important. However, will the Russians defend it like they defend Marinka and make this into another one of this never-ending battle? That depends. Whether the Russians will want to hold it in that way. But the Russians are indeed holding Prione in that way. So it looks like the Russians are very determined to hold this line. This line. They are definitely very determined to hold this line, because further south would probably be even more and more challenging, because there is water bodies around here. Further south, the water body will be all the way to Rimivka and Volodine. So that's a lot of land to lose. So maybe the Russians may not want this another PR disaster. But who cares? I think the Russians don't really care in that sense. Over at the Robotine region is also very interesting, with the Ukrainians changing strategy, moving towards Verbove. So, and they are attacking along the trench line, along the first line of defense. So as you can see, they have taken 2 lines already, and they are continuing to push this line. And as Verbove will be pretty challenging, as you can see, it's surrounded by major trench lines. So what I would imagine is the Ukrainians continue to secure this area here. At least this open region here, they will try to secure it so that they can actually have a better options to decide where to punch the Russian lines. Otherwise, tentatively, with just Robotini like this, it looks very predictable. So expanding this front line would be pretty interesting, pretty meaningful, and they can even flank the south of Novoporovska. So otherwise, yeah, that's the conclusion for this SITREP. And this is the summary for the day of 532 to 533 for the 10, 9, and 10 of August. I just realized the camera moved. I'm so sorry if you just see some part of my face. And thank you for watching. Do press the like button, subscribe. Views are shitty nowadays. So yeah, if you want to support me, you can join Patreon to become a patron, a paying member, become a DPA officer or sergeant or general, and support my work, because I am not so stressed because of you guys that are supporting me on Patreon. So I'm not so pressured by this falling views, but that's how it is. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.